And welcome, guys, to another edition of the SmackDown ShowDown. I'm one of your hosts, Venomous Vincent, alongside, as always, Gene, the man, the main guy. What's going on, my friend?
I am the enforcer to make sure you drink that water. I am the man who makes sure you stay healthy. You need to prosper, okay?
All right, Oba
That
Femi.
if you don't prosper,
All right, Oba. Oba. Oh, I hate that. I hate how they're freaking stealing Goldberg's. But it's like, come on, let's do something real. Let's do something that's not been stolen before. Get out of here with that. So we're on the cuff of Saturday night's main event eve. Tomorrow night, it's the big. I think this is the biggest one that they've had because it's at the Garden.
it's supposed to be the biggest one.
I mean, the card looks shit.
The card shit and them ticket prices, they are all different.
You know, two reasons why the ticket prices are high.
Why?
One reason only.
Why is that?
Because the FIFA Cup is in town as well.
I thought the FIFA Cup is in Atlanta, not in New York.
Yeah, but no, there's a match. So somebody told me there's a match in New York. And also, it's FanFest.
FanFest or Fanatics?
Fanatics.
I know FanFest is also down here. Like, because the World Cup has been in Georgia for quite some time now. The last couple of weeks.
Somebody told me yesterday, they were like, the reason my ticket price is so high is because of FanFest and the FIFA Cup. I'm like, oh, okay.
Probably Fanatics. Cactus Katie. Shout out to Cactus Katie.
What's up,
always
Katie?
love. Always showing up for us on stream.
Fly, Eagles, fly, girl. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's you and Katie last night did a great job on your preview for Saturday night's main event. But here
we were on there sipping libations the whole night, bro. Myself, and the executive consultant was sipping libations all night.
I feel a little left out, though. I really do. I feel like you cheated on me.
No, don't feel left out. Listen,
no, you cheated on me, bro. You cheated
on me. For the folks at home to understand what happened, and this popped up last night. You got cursed. All right, you were in a jar. Yeah, where for whatever reason, Mad Dog Kelly hooked up with Danhausen and just decided they're gonna curse you, and they put you in a jar.
No shit. No shit.
You know, the great Grand Slam.
Is that why I'm sick? I wake up sick. Is that why, you motherfuckers? I wake up with I'm congested. I got fucking mucus and shit. Is that why? Because you guys cursed me, you effers?
I didn't do it. That was all Mad Dog and Danhausen. Apparently, they have a beef with you. They got human monies.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make sure you made it to the show tonight.
Here's the difference between me and all the dumbass wrestlers on freaking SmackDown and Raw. I'm not going to offer Danhausen any money. So if I'm cursed, I'm cursed. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm a pretty nice guy. So I'm sure that I'll figure some way out to get the curse. But prior to that, I did watch the show, but I feel like we need to do real quick our take on Saturday night's main event. And I think we should run down the card real quick before we get into SmackDown.
Absolutely.
Let's start off with J.D. McDonough taking on Danhausen. I really don't understand this match. So what I'm getting is that the Judgment Day have been brawling or feuding with Danhausen, so they're going to send J.D. McDonough as a representative of the Judgment Day against Danhausen. Am I correct?
Yes, because Danhausen stole $50K from them. Apparently, Danhausen was supposed to curse Obafemi. He took the monies, didn't curse Obafemi. Obafemi beat the crap out of Dominic, and since then they've been beefing. They just want their $50K back. It escalated when they took Danhausen's Nick jersey. Danhausen retaliated, got his jersey back. So yeah, all this is over $50K in a Knicks jersey.
So who are you taking?
I want to say JD McDougalburger, but you know, it looks like he's in New York and Danhausen is like a hometown hero right now. So Danhausen is taking it. probably via the greatest move in all of sports entertainment, the fruit roll-up.
I do feel like Danhausen's going to win this. And remember, this is a no disqualification match.
Oh God, which means we're getting interference.
Which means we're probably going to. I feel like somehow, some way, Danhausen's going to pull his little tricks where he's going to maybe on Saturday we're going to see what he's been working on for weeks and months now. Maybe his Frankenstein monster is going to come to life.
Not gonna lie, I thought the Frankenstein monster was Baron Corbin, but hey, I was wrong, dead wrong.
Let's talk about the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Paige and Brie Bella taking on Lainey Reed and Alan Henley. I honestly hope that these two other women take the belts off of Paige and Brie. I really do. I think the only reason why they gave Brie and Paige the belts is because well, let's face it, they're both kind of legends in WWE. One's a Hall of Famer, one's not, but one will be a Hall of Famer soon. And Lainey Reed and Fallon Henley are up and coming stars, and I think they should be given the belts. So I'm going to go with them.
They're going to lose that belt because Triple Fraud already derailed their greatest. Like they debuted. They debuted was solid, plenty of heat. They did everything they need to, and the momentum just slowed down completely.
Plus, total influence, right?
Yeah, I don't know who they're influencing now, but yeah, that's exactly what they're called. Toxic influence and crap. They've influenced themselves to jobber status, as far as I'm concerned. And you also got the looming.
Jay? What's going on, my boy?
Shout out to Jay Bonet.
I see my boy going all these Morgan Wallen concerts. That's the man right there, boy. I love me some Morgan Wallen.
Enzo you got the returning.
I don't know if I truly believe this. Is this really happening?
Well, Cass literally got on Raw. He got a promo, like not a promo, but they showed a vignette of Cass returning after SummerSlam. I don't know about Enzo.
Here's my question, okay? I love Big Cass and Enzo, but my question to WWE and the TKO is, out of both those players, why would you take the one that was least interesting over Enzo?
He's a big guy. He's a big guy, one. And
but
two, Enzo was
talent.
Enzo may have had he was a good talker, a solid talker. Like on the mic, he was definitely ripping it apart.
Not as good as Enzo.
No, I'm talking about Enzo. Enzo was completely, but the problem with Enzo is his mouth got him into too much trouble, and he became kind of like a toxic thing to be in the locker room. So it's like yeah, we can bring back Enzo, bring back Enzo by himself, but he was a little too much trouble for his own good. Like he needed to slow down, calm down, relax himself, and chill a minute. Like just relax.
Jay, we'll get to the Roman Reigns question in a minute. He's asked, what did Roman say? I missed it. We'll get to that in a minute. Katie said to me, someone is jealous. I'm a little jelly. Don't worry. I'll get over it. Okay, so who are you going with? You going with tag team? Are you going to go with the Hall of Famers? You're going to go with the Hall
of Famers is winning. Nikki Bella has just been cleared. She's returning tomorrow at the main event. I guarantee you she's going to screw over the.
So you think they're going to retain?
Yeah, they're going to retain. They're going to definitely
so you think Triple Fraud's going to make these two girls? Okay, all right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's get into Bayley versus Lia Valkyrie. This has been going on for a while now. I actually had a little I had a little argument with the executive consultant, and I guess I should know better not to challenge him because he knows everything. He's the king. He knows he's like an encyclopedia of WWE. Like you can't get nothing by this guy. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. So what I want to say is we had a dispute the other night where shout
out to Charmaine. I see you, baby girl. It's good to see you again. Charmaine? It's been a little while too.
What's going on, girl? I thought that both these girls were on SmackDown, and I was totally wrong. I really did. I've seen Bayley on fucking SmackDown. I thought they were on. I guess I was drunk when it happened. I guess. I guess I
Don't
was
feel.
fucking.
I blame Triple Fraud. Triple Fraud don't know how to book him properly, so he's got him all over the place. It's supposed
I
to be a
guess
goddamn.
Yeah, you know what I think about that.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I 100% agree. I agree. I
You know what I
agree.
would tell? You know what I would tell Triple? You know what I would tell Triple Fraud if I saw him in person?
What would you tell
This
him?
is what I would tell him. That gets you every time, doesn't it? Every time I play, doesn't get you. You love that. You love that.
It's like one of the greatest lines ever. But here's the irony of that. In a promo, I want to say back, it was back in '06, maybe '04, between '04, maybe even sooner than that, maybe '03, '02, '03. He said that to Eugene. There's no crying in wrestling. And that's the irony of that line, which is crazy work.
You know what's funny about you were just saying about words. I say this all the time, and I think we talked about this yesterday. We kind of got derailed from our show last night when we were talking about Space Jam. We kind of went off subject and we started talking about WWE for no damn reason. But
Derailed is an understatement,
yeah,
my man.
we definitely got derailed. And listen, hold on a minute. Before I go on, I want to play a snippet of last night's show. This is coming up in an episode. Let's take a look. I didn't realize that he's sitting there telling his dad what he's going to do in his career, and then they jump right into the highlights of his career. And I think that's one of the greatest parts of the movie was I think people forget how legendary Michael Jordan is. Like, I don't care what anybody says, he's the fucking GOAT. Like
absolutely.
He is the. I mean, Michael Jordan is the only guy. Have you guys watched that documentary, The Last Dance with him?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Fantastic. One of the best ones that came out of the pandemic. He's the only guy that I've seen in the NBA that says if he was on the court with you and say he's going to whip your ass, he whipped your ass. Like,
true facts.
Yeah.
True facts.
Yeah, definitely.
True facts.
But okay, so that is going to be our what we call Thirsty Fridays edition of
clearly Thursday, but you know what? That's cool. We'll take a sip of libations. I blame Triple Fraud.
Federation Thursdays are that's wrong, right? It's not Federation Thursdays. We got corrected the other night, right?
Yes.
What is it? Federation Mornings or some bullshit? What are we fucking PG over here? What are we? Tell me. What are we? Is that why we changed the name? Didn't Chris say, "Oh, it took us a while to come up with Federation Thursdays"? Really? 2 words that quick? Get out of here! Come on, stop playing with me. Don't play with my emotions, Smokey. Playing with my emotions and playing with.
Yo, hold on. I'm about to start the SmackDown review, but I got to address Charmaine here because Charmaine, you and our promo battle was something different. She just made me think of that just now.
Hey, listen. Doesn't Katie look like Stephanie McMahon in this picture?
She does.
She's the boss. Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, boy.
Move on to SmackDown.
Don't worry, Charmaine. We're going to have that rematch somewhere down the line. But we're going to move on to SmackDown in a review tonight. Tonight, we come straight from Albany, the final stop to the road on Saturday night's main event, where we open the show with Goon Jobber making his way to the ring and starts complaining about how he has to team up with Home Depot's greatest employee of the month, Samantha Zayn, in a tag team match to take on Dr. Libations. And
hold on, you're fucking me up here. Listen, you're fucking me up here. You're talking about you're what does Kevin Hart say? You ever watch that outtake of 40 version when he says, "Stop using big words because I feel like it's an insult." Remember when he says that? That's what I feel like you're doing to me. You're using too many big words. Listen, tonight's Thirsty Friday, okay? I've had a couple juices, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these names. Dr. Live Nation. Oh no, it was not Live Nation, right?
Dr. Libations.
Oh, I thought he was coming in. I thought the COO was coming in.
But moving on to the review, he's complaining about this match. Adam Pearce comes out. He explains to Gunther that if he didn't choke out Nick Aldis, they would have said that if they won the match, then it would have been a four-way schmoz fest between Samantha Zayn, Goon Jobber, Cody Rhodes, and CM Punk.
Zayn?
Samantha Zayn, Home Depot's greatest employee.
Sami Zayn. Okay.
Now, this is where it got interesting. Dr. Libations makes his way to the ring. And for once, we didn't get the standard, what do you want to talk about? I respect you, and I love you, and I need you. Fuck, you want to compare your junk to mine? He didn't come out and do any of that. He came out and straight threw hands. Like I like Cody Rhodes when he goes and throws hands. Like, don't come out talk about love, respect, and comparing junks to everybody. They called me Raheem for a reason. No, none of that. He came out and just threw hands. Then set up a main event where it's going to be Cody Rhodes and Goon Jobber one-on-one just to settle their differences.
Listen, I gotta tell you real quick, off topic. You should go and watch the interview he did with Tom Brady over the yesterday.
Oh, I heard he did that. I got to check that out.
He did.
I got to see
what's going on over there. It was good too. It was real good.
Got to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out and see what Tom Brady has to say.
Tom Brady was charging a whole whopping $1,700 for a fucking autograph.
For what?
Huh?
For what? $1,700 for what?
Signature.
You think that signature is worth $1,700?
Oh, do I got stupid written on my forehead? Huh? What? No, hell no. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. The only thing that I overpaid was my favorite movie's Back to the Future. When I knew that all the cast members are coming to Orlando, I spent like $500 on a picture with everybody. That to me was worth it. But other than that, no. Tom Brady's a GOAT, but he ain't worth that. He ain't worth that.
He ain't my GOAT, but you know what? We'll move on.
Oh, yeah. Who's your GOAT?
Peyton Manning.
Huh?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Peyton Manning. That's my GOAT. Moving on to the next segment. Was Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce had announced that Rhea Ripley is injured, won't make it to SummerSlam.
Oh no shit!
So
my God! Who made this guy a genius? How many freaking weeks has this been? Oh my God! Adam Pearce. All right, God. This fucking brainiac.
So it turns out instead of stripping Rhea Ripley of the title because there's a chance she may come back sometime after SummerSlam, they're going to crown a new interim champion. Do I like this decision? No, but I'm gonna tell you what it does for me, which is fine. It keeps Rhea Ripley from coming back and cutting the same old promo. I'm gonna take back my title. I've never lost. Hey, no. Enough of that. All right, Rihanna Ripley. I wish you the best. I hope you get better. I hope your knee gets better. I'd be happy to see you back in the ring. But it's great that they're crowning a new.
Is this the same thing as when Ric Flair went from WCW to WWE and he had the WCW title and he goes, "I'm still the champ over there, and I bring the title with me." Is this what this is?
Yeah, something like that. I feel like it's something like that.
So what happens? So is she still a champion?
She's still a champion.
So there's two titles now, and they're gonna do what they fucking did with WrestleMania 9 or was it 10 when Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, he never lost the belt. Same thing, right?
Same exact thing. When Rhea Ripley gets back.
Stupid
it's a showdown for the title, and but listen, again, I'm happy with it because I don't have to hear Rihanna Ripley come out when she comes back. I'm gonna take back my title. I never lost. Hey, no, I don't need to hear that anymore. I'm tired of that promo. I've heard that promo way too many times, and if I never hear her say those words again, it'll be too soon. It'll be too soon.
Why do you think that this is the smartest decision by TKO? What like? If this was you sitting in a boardroom with all these guys plus triple fraud, What would you say to these guys in front of them that would maybe change their minds? Like what would you say? Like why is this the smart decision?
I can understand where they're coming from because Rhea Ripley's injury, no one knew how severe her injury was. It's a torn meniscus. That usually heals up pretty well in about 3 weeks. I know because I've had that before. I've had surgery done on my knee for that. There are complications to her knee, so this is why she's not getting medically cleared. So it's understandable because strip of the title now and she could return literally to SmackDown after SummerSlam. Where my rebuttal for that would be is, SmackDown has been without its women's champion for the last how many months? She's never really defended since she got that belt. So what are we really doing with this right now? You have a whole roster loaded, by the way, filled with women that can easily step up between Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss.
I don't think Charlotte Flair is the answer though.
No, but Alexa Bliss definitely would be an answer. Jade Cargill still working her way up, but she could still be a possible answer. What's her name? Jordan Grace. Like, where's Jordan Grace right now?
Where's she at?
Where's Jordan Grace? Like, what happened? What are we doing?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. WWE and TKO don't know good wrestlers if it slapped them in the face like a fucking dead fish on a piece of plank on a boat. Okay, Nick Aldis is a fantastic wrestler on the indies. This guy came in, and what did they do? They immediately made him a general manager of SmackDown. Like, how insulting is this? Like, and I don't want to hear from you fans out there like, oh, well, he might have liked it because he maybe didn't want to get beat up. To me, if I came in off the indies, off of TNA, off the run that I had, and you made me a GM, that's a slap in the face.
Here's my problem. TKO and the board are fools, definitely fools. But my problem is the real person you look at is triple fraud. You know what wrestlers look like. You know what good wrestlers look like. And rather than you put out good wrestlers, you give us hog slop and pick people like Maximum Dookie or fucking Jason Yeterman sitting there eating his ass off and looking over guys like like Los Angeles Knight, who just sits there, counts the lights, eats pins, and like at this point, you're just LA jobber. Yeah, that's all it is. And you're putting over these bums that literally like. So Jason Yeterman comes out. Yes, a Chuck E. Cheese party. But what happens? He's winded and can't even complete 50% of the damn match without breathing hard. He looks like he smoked a pack of cigarettes right after sitting there doing the whole Chuck E. Cheese dance. Like, what are we fucking doing here? Stop that.
You gotta tell me. They really dropped the ball in LA Knight when he came in and he had the whole thing going. He was fire
white
until Jay
3 years.
And then Jey Uso came in and they fucking dropped him like a bad cigarette.
And unfortunately, Jay picked up that cigarette and started smoking, so he can go out there and do his little Chuck E. Cheese yeet party. Like, stop! We don't need none of this. And this is why. For the folks at home, I want y'all to understand something. I love the business. I love watching WWE, but over the last couple of years, ever since Triple Fraud took over creative, we've seen nothing from him. Nothing. He hasn't produced anything good. Y'all could all sit there and say, oh, well, WrestleMania 40 was great. That was the old man. That was the old perverted man. He did that. Anything after the old perverted man was slop, garbage. And it made me realize, like, maybe Triple Fraud didn't really do much at NXT, because when you really think about it, NXT had Dusty Rhodes and William Regal. I think those two ran the show, and Triple Fraud just showed up and took all the credit and said, well, we like to tell stories. We want to sit there and tell you stories. No, the biggest story is you're fraud. Enough.
Would you say the same in his face if he came to you?
Hell the fuck yeah. To his face. Because guess what? When fans started complaining, saying, hey, this product is a little bad. Like, what? Can you make it better? You had the nerve to tell us to F off. Now you have shows that are no selling. So you can fuck off. All right. You can sit there and not call me a real fan. You're not a real fan. You fuck off, triple fraud. You fuck off. Look at your ticket sales now. Where's your ticket sales now, Mr. Fraud? But we gotta fuck off.
SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, Saturday Night's Main Events. Like you can fuck off, Mr. Fraud. You can fuck off.
The ticket
try to lie to the fans.
Well, another part of it is the ticket prices are so high that people don't want to. I mean, like the real like fans that are like diehard will pay it, but the fans that are trying to really watch it and trying to survive paying the prices, they're finally realizing that TKO is not for the working class people. It's for the rich.
Absolutely. Oh, Cactus, don't worry. Listen, I may have pretty eyes, but you got the prettiest smile. I got you, baby girl. Now, when it comes, here's the thing, though. It's not even the fact. I think they wouldn't mind paying the ticket prices if the product wasn't schlop, if it wasn't hot garbage, if you weren't making these ridiculous booking decisions that really turn people off. And then when we try to say, hey, why don't we try this to make the product a little better? You tell us to fuck off. Now, you know what? Congratulations. Shout out to Minnesota because y'all no-sold fucking SummerSlam. You fuck off, Mr. Helmsley. Shout out to New York City.
Hold on. Not just Minnesota. How about we talk about freaking New Orleans?
New Orleans, even better. New Orleans.
They got double screwed.
Shout out to New Orleans for no selling their next pay-per-view event because guess what?
No,
Mr. Fraud.
Wait, not just that. How many times they got screwed? They got screwed with WrestleMania. And then they screwed them. Then they screwed them twice because they announced the date for Money in the Bank, and they changed it on them.
So now guess what?
They must not like New Orleans.
New Orleans is gonna sell them also, and you can fuck off, Mr. Helmsley. Like you can fuck off.
All right. So what else we at here on SmackDown?
Let's see. So Nick Aldis had announced the what happened with Rhianna Ripley. Next matchup we have Finn Balor taking on Chimichanga Tamataga or Talatanga.
Before we get into this, am I mistaken or not? Wasn't last week it was a match with Finn Balor and the other guy from the tag team?
Yeah, okay. It was him and Tamatanga.
So, all right. So okay, if Chris, you're listening, so I'm not wrong. Every week, it's almost the same exact matches, but it's a flip-flop of the person they're actually with. So my question is, and this goes for Cactus Katie too.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I want Katie and Chris to both listen. Okay. You guys roast me on watching the product for 2 hours. Okay. It's the same fucking thing every week. If Finn Balor's not taking on Chimichanga, he's taking on fucking enchilada. And if he's not taking on enchilada, he's taking on fajita. Okay? It's the same damn match. They all look alike. They all wear the white paint. They're all skinny. They're all brothers, cousins, mothers, fathers. It's the same shit every week.
But I will say this: there is a story progressing here because there's history. There's history between them.
Is Finn Balor going to take on Roman Reigns next week? Is that the story, or is it going to be Solo Sikoa?
Well, when it comes to Chimichanga and enchilada.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now she wants to start a battle. So I don't watch. I'm not saying I don't watch it because I did watch it tonight. Actually, I had it on my iPad while I was in the kitchen. But what I'm going to tell you is, and Gene, you can actually vouch for me from this because you probably have done this too. You could watch all the highlights on YouTube and understand what happened to the whole fucking show.
Probably predict the whole show just off the first two highlights.
Because it's the same shit every week. It's the same shit. Danhausen pulls his bullshit tricks where he's in his stupid laboratory, his Dexter laboratory, He has some Frankenstein underneath a freaking cover that he won't let show. And then you got the Miz and pretty. And I know Chris is gonna go, he hasn't done that in forever. Oh no? Yeah, you're right. Because there wasn't a girl backstage tonight in his laboratory. Come on, guys. Listen, I know you don't think I watched
Kathy Kelly was back there, or whatever the hell that announcer name is.
It might not be the same people, but it's the same concept, okay? It's the same shit every week. We're in his laboratory, something goes wrong, a fucking explosion, and then he tells somebody not to touch the fucking. I mean, it's the same shit.
and then they rewind time and go back to their old gimmicks, which is hilarious.
And everybody, they get on me for, you're not watching the product? Well, why don't you do this for me? Why don't you put on fucking Barney and replay it every fucking day? And then I'll tell you what happened with this big gay fucking dinosaur. Fuck.
But there's a story developing because all these guys were former members of the Bullet Club back in Japan. So I guess they're playing off of that. They're trying to give these guys something to do. But as far as the match is concerned, Finn Balor wins via coup de grace. Coup de graces on.
Did he win last week too?
Yeah, he won last week too. He beat him both.
What a coincidence! Oh boy, he won last week too. Oh, I didn't picture that fucking match.
But Finn Balor,
he's more entertaining than me. Why? Because he has muscles and he looks hotter than me. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm not a fat guy drinking. Call me fucking Homer Simpson over there. Dope. On with the show.
Finn Balor wins via double coup de graces, and it's game over.
Because I don't watch it.
Moving on to the next segment, we had Baron Corbin, who delivered a backstage promo, basically putting everybody on notice, letting Trick Williams know your time's up, letting Carmelo know you were collateral damage, and great to see Baron Corbin back in the fold. Shout out to Baron Corbin.
About this? You know what I love about this? I don't know if you watch it. Do you watch MLW at all?
Sometimes, yes.
I love how they didn't last week, but 3 weeks in a row, they had this stupid promo where they're talking about Baron Corbin is his name? Yeah, Baron Corbin is negotiating his contract, and he wants to land a Range Rover and this and that. He doesn't want to sign the contract. Now, dummies, it's not that he want to sign a contract. That WWE choo-choo train came along and said, hey, we're going to throw some couple thousands at you, maybe even more, to come back over to the E. Why are we? Here's my question to TKO, okay? Why are we firing people, letting them go for a couple months to a year and bringing them back? What is the reason why you fucking fire them in the first place? How much money are you going to spend bringing these people back and forth? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I guess it really just depends. Like, they're just cutting costs. You got to remember something. TKO bought WWE, but they also got like a $4 billion debt, and they're trying to cut the deficit as much as they can, so they can actually make some fair profit and cut this debt. So they're doing everything they can.
I get that, but here's my question to you, Gene. If you're trying to cut the debt, a whole year goes by, it's not going to get any better if you bring them back.
It's not. But now you got to look. They got to look at the aspect. Like, I guess this buyer's remorse on their end is like, oh, we let this guy go, but damn, we need to sell some tickets and do that. Like, they're panicking. They're in panic mode. In all honesty, and you know what? This is their own doing, because you tell half your roster to take pay cuts. Meanwhile, you're giving fucking lying fat fuck Nick Khan a whole grand scale pay raise for what?
Oh, did they?
For what? Yeah, they gave him a raise earlier this year. Like, he had a big raise.
What is
him and Triple Fraud? Nothing. Lying.
Oh, okay.
But getting on TV and lying, telling people, "Hey, WrestleMania 40, that was the whole plan." Did anybody else tell them that we all saw the documentary on how this whole thing went down? Like, you're really trying to come up on here and lie to our faces?
Are you looking forward to that? Are you looking for that Unreal season 2?
No, there's nothing interesting out there. The only reason why I cared for Unreal last year is I wanted to see what they had to say about the whole R-Truth situation. Other than
Now
that,
look,
I don't give a rat's ass.
this year, I guarantee this year it's going to be about Lesnar. There's no way it's not.
It's most likely. I guess they're gonna have to address that situation. Um, back on the SmackDown because we definitely keep derailing ourselves. Tiffany Stratton, Tiffany Stratton and JC Jobber, they have a match. I think a qualifier match for the SummerSlam to see who gets the interim women's championship. Um, Tiffany Jobber takes a loss via prettiest moonsault ever.
This wasn't a
You had a
bad
run in.
match, though. You got to say this wasn't a bad match.
Here's the thing, and I'm starting to understand why the Grand Slam poobah likes JC Jane. She's actually pretty good, pretty decent. Her booking could be better. Um, what is it? Cactus Katie is on fire tonight.
I know she's
Um,
lit up tonight.
she is amped. So I will say this. I do see what everybody sees in JC Jane. She definitely got the makings to be a future star. I just feel like her booking is terrible, and they need to do better. Um, Afterwards, I think prior to the match even starting, JC Jane and Toxic Attraction, Pretty Attract. I don't even know what the hell their names are. The
Now,
other
was
two
JC
jobbers.
Jane? Was she in the original group with Mandy Rose? I forget. Right?
Yes, she was. She
Yeah.
was. She's the lone survivor of that group.
So she's pretty much trying to take over what Mandy Rose left.
We could carry on, yeah, pretty much for the most part.
Okay.
And for the most part, she's living up to it. Like I could see why like I watch a lot of her NXT stuff. I had to go back and watch some of her NXT stuff, and I see what it is. I see why like she lives up to her hype. Um, but prior to this match starting, I think Fatal Influence comes, attacks Tiffany Stratton. There's a run in from Paige and Bremo. I hate that fucking song.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
I hate that song. But running from those guys, match continues. Tiffany Stratton wins via prettiest moonsault ever, and I must say this was actually a solid matchup. So shout out to Tiffany Stratton, shout out to JC Jane. Definitely solid.
Now listen, I don't mind this happening because I think for us guys we want this. But why is it I feel like every time we watch a women's match, their clothes are just falling off. They have these tight pants and these things, but it's like they wear these extravagant like leotards, and it's like they don't fit the girls, and it falls off, and then it's like every week you see, oh, malfunction, but where's the person that's looking at these outfits that are saying you should not wear that? That's gonna make everything go crazy.
I don't know where quality assurance is when it comes to these outfits, but I feel like
they don't have it.
I feel like what it all really boils down to, because it mainly happens to Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair
all the time.
I think because they got their bodies modified, they kind of seem to forget that your size kind of grows along with the body modifications.
Oh yeah, Charlotte's the key point to it. When Charlotte came back, I was like, damn, she's lost so much weight. She looks sick. Like she looks sick. Like she looked like she. And then over the months, like she's filling in, but she's still wearing clothes that are too small for her.
Yeah, not even too small. They're too big. Like they're way more loose. Same thing goes for Tiffany Stratton.
Way loose.
They dropped the weight, and I think they've realized they don't just forget. Like, hey, I dropped the weight. They probably think the modifications are gonna hold in place what the weight they dropped, and that's not the case. Like, and for the most part, they seem to have the most wardrobe malfunctions. Like, in all honesty, I think there needs to be a quality assurance. Somebody needs to test these outfits before they have them go out there wearing them shits. For the most part, that's my take on it. It could be something completely different, or maybe just the costume designer just sucks at their job. Not too sure, but definitely change venues when it comes to costume designing, ladies. Like the wardrobe malfunction, like that should not be the highlight of your match or your career. Like, hey, Tiffany Stratton, you know how many times I didn't seen her nipples slip? No, that's kind of not what you want to have as a career highlight. Baby girl, come on, get it. I'm gonna need you to get it together. Come on. let's see. After the match, we have a backstage segment where Kathy Kelly is interviewing Goon Jobber. Uh, and Goon Jobber
We
decides to
love
walk
this
walk
goon
by.
job.
Yeah, Goon Jobber, absolutely Goon Jobber.
Now,
He walks
did
by.
you not like him, or did you like him? Do you like him better in NXT than he is in SmackDown?
When he was in NXT UK as Walter, I loved Walter. Them chops are something crazy. And in all honesty, even when he came to the main roster, he was a force to be reckoned with. Like I love the mystique that came with Gunther. My problem was after his lengthy IC title reign, legendary historic title reign. I give him that. For some reason, when he got the world title the first time around, it's like the mystique started to wear off. You weren't wrestling as many matches. Your feuds weren't as prestigious as they could be when you had the Intercontinental belt. And then came the showdown. Like what no, I think beforehand, the showdown with Damian Priest. Like even in that feud, I just looked and I'm like watching Gunther run away scared, like the booking decision was kind of horrible for that. Then you go to ending careers, and then from ending careers, you're taking on you're taking on sportscasters. You go from world champ to taking on Patrick McAfee. Like Goon Jobber's fall from grace needs to be studied. Like I don't know what they're doing with him, but I definitely don't like the route that they're taking with him. And for the time being, like you're no longer the career killer. You're just Goon Jobber to me. Like you've done nothing of significance this past
Well,
year.
I mean, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait. Let's back up. I think he was a great world champion. I think his reign was a little short? Yes. Do I think he was a better Intercontinental champion? Absolutely. I think that they're missing the calling for Gunther, and I do hope that in the next couple of months to the end of the year they put the title back on him, because I really do think he represents that title more so than others.
I highly doubt it. Like nobody's paying attention. Nobody's checking for Gunther. No, like Goon Jobber just needs to go
Why
sit down.
though? He's so he. What I listen.
His mystique, his aura is vanished. Like they booked him to a point where that aura is gone. Like there was a time where I looked at a Gunther match and it's like first off, he didn't talk as much. Like you were literally just there to whoop somebody's ass and keep it pushing to a point where
Trash.
facts. I like
Trash.
beforehand, like Gunther would have been a guy I would look and said, I would like to see him and Roman Reigns go at it. I would love to see him and Brock go at it. I would love to see him
I
and
still
Gunther
look
go
at
at
that.
it.
I still see it that way.
This version of Gunther, this iteration of Goon Jobber, absolutely not. I'm not checking for
All
Goon
right,
Jobber
hold
no
on, real
more.
quick. You say that though, but okay, you say that though, but so do you feel that way because he's retired so many legends, or do you think because okay, all right, this is a two-part question. Do you feel like they've taken him away from the storyline they've had with him killing the legends and retiring them? Or do you feel that it's way past that and they've just lost the momentum and the actual lane that they're trying to put him in?
I feel like they've shifted so far from that lane that now the career killer thing is an afterthought. It's literally an afterthought. Like you don't continue they literally stopped. It's like the momentum completely stopped. Like for
You know where they
God's
stole
sakes,
that from, right?
no.
Randy Orton, the legend killer.
Oh yeah. You know what?
That's
Granted,
definitely stolen from Randy Orton.
I give him that, but the problem with this is like after beating AJ Styles, you disappeared for months. No
He
one's
did.
seen or heard from you,
He
and
did.
then
You're right.
you come back just 2 weeks before Mania, and they finally have something for you. Like what are y'all doing back there? Like you have a man who
Nothing.
retired not one, not two, but three amazing legends in the
Well,
span
hold
of
on a
a
minute.
year.
Hold on. Let's stop. I would not consider Goldberg. I would not consider him a legend.
Really?
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, the way that they did it, the way that they had Gunther beat Bill Goldberg was what that there was no. I don't feel like there was no momentum that they gave Goldberg for that match. I think it was go in there, get your ass whooped and get out of there. And that's what I don't think. That's why I think they don't look at him as they don't look at him as a legend. And number one, number two, they would have never cut his promo from when he was talking to the audience if they didn't care about him. They completely.
I think that was more of a triple fraud move. Triple Fraud and Goldberg never really liked each other. And with Triple Fraud running creative, I kind of figured something like that was going to happen. Like when that happened, I looked and said, I'm not surprised. Not surprised by this. I feel like that was more of a Triple Fraud move than anything. And it's like, all right, you know what? It is what it is. But that loss wasn't the most, like out of all the losses to Gunther, as far as career killing wise, I think John Cena was the most controversial loss I've seen.
Well, because you didn't you didn't think it was going to happen.
No, because of all ways to book the match to be lost, you had a man who preached never give up for 20 years and never really gave up, tapped out with a smile on his face.
Okay,
it's like even after the match, to see him take his shoes off and I see his socks say never give up, I'm just like, yeah, you're a phony. Get your stupid ass out of here. You and your fucking bald ass.
That's funny.
Piece of shit. Like I didn't like that at all. Like, and that's the thing. You have that momentum. He's riding a hot streak, and y'all let him cool off. That was all of our faces. The look of confusion. Like, excuse me. Cactus Katie is on fire. Baby girl.
No. She don't get it. She don't understand the conversations we're having. She don't get it. She don't get it. That's all right, bro. It's okay.
She's on her rampage tonight.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Hey, listen.
Ooh, she is fiery and feisty.
Listen, that's okay.
Ooh.
You know what? Listen, that's okay. That's okay, Gene, because I'm going to tell you this right now. And this is no diss to her, but she could not tell me any storylines that happened last month on Raw or SmackDown. She couldn't tell me.
I couldn't tell you any storylines. What storylines?
She couldn't tell me. She couldn't name 7 Hall of Famers in WWE. So I'm not worried about it. No, there's way more than 7. But I'm just saying though, she couldn't name 7.
I can give you like 13 off the top of my head.
25. I can give you 10. I can give you 10 right now that should have been in the fucking Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. No, should have been in that motherfucking Hall of Fame.
But moving on, we had Blake Monroe attacking Candice LeBoom.
Oh, what? Was this the first time we seen Blake Monroe?
No, it's just she appeared on a taping on the SmackDown taping a few weeks ago.
But this is the first time we see her live.
And guess what? No reaction. No one cared. Zero pop. Zero anything.
Because they didn't book her right. They here's the problem. So as big as she was when she left AEW, they should have booked her on the main roster in a main spot of a match. What did they do? They booked her on a promo in the back. Of course you're going to get no fucking reactions.
First off, nonstop vignettes. You're choosing multiple targets. It was just sad. Like you look, she attacks Candice LeBoom. No reaction, no pop. Then goes and looks at Mr. Planking Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah, and, this guy. Can we get this guy? Can we give him a one-way ticket back to AEW? Like, let's get him out of the building. Like this WWE should be ashamed of himself that this guy, instead of him sitting on it, instead of him laying on it every fucking week, this bum is laying on a roadie case, waiting for his ticket to go out of WWE. You know what they should be doing? They should be letting him go to AEW or NXT and finish his career out. But what are they doing? They're making him look like a fool. I'm never going to look at Johnny Gargano the same if he debuts in AEW. I'm going to look at him as, oh, this is the guy for almost a half a year, sat on a roadie case and looked like a dead fish. That's what I'm going to look at Johnny Gargano.
The planking king. But there was a little funny segment where I did chuckle because Blake Monroe walks by Mr. Plank and says, "Get a haircut." I had to laugh. I don't know why. I popped. So I just said, okay, cool. Moving on to the next segment. Get a haircut. Poor Johnny Plankton. Next we have
how do you think he reacts when it says, "All right, guys, cut"? You think he gets up and goes, "Oh, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here"?
Pretty much. I think he just goes and looks for some booze and continues on.
You know what? Listen, you know why he doesn't care? I'm gonna tell you why he doesn't care. Because he's still probably getting paid. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He would. Johnny Gargano would probably put his face in peanut butter and lay in a pile of manure every week because he's getting paid by WWE and TKO. He does not give a shit.
He doesn't give one bit of a rat's ass.
No.
Moving on to the next match, we had Jade Cargill and Nia Jax.
Nia Jax has lost so much weight, hasn't she?
She looks good.
Fantastic, bro.
She looks good. Shout out to Nia Jax.
The one thing I miss, bro. And I hate to say it. I'm badass. I miss it. We're gonna miss that, bro.
She still got a derriere back there. Don't get it twisted.
Got a little dumper.
She still got the thumper going on. She still got if anything, the derriere is showing a lot more because she dropped the stomach weight. So shout out to Nia Jax. Shout out to your weight loss journey. You look real good. Keep it going, baby girl.
Congratulations. Good for her.
Definitely congrats. I believe she lost a good 120 something pounds.
She's working hard, man. She really is. She's working hard.
And she's improved in the ring, so shout out to you for that. Match with Jade Cargill ends in a DQ after running from Charlotte Flair, who takes out Meechin and B-Fab. I'm surprised they're still here.
I can't believe these two frauds are still there. I don't get it.
In fact, I don't
understand. What are these two girls doing for the company? No, they should be in back of catering, making sure that the chicken cutlets are still hot.
and watching over that triple chocolate layer mousse cake over there.
Yeah.
But Charlotte runs in, gets the upper hand on Jade Cargill and tries to retaliate for what she did to Alexa Bliss by putting a chair on her arm. Meechin and B-Fab pull Jade out the ring, and Nia Jax ends up smacking around Charlotte Flair, knocks it to the ground. Jade Cargill comes back in and picks up the scrappings, and that segment comes to an end.
I feel bad for her. I feel bad for Charlotte because she really tries so hard. And it's like, I feel like because of her knees and what she's gone through, I feel like they're giving her a lightweight. Like they're like, okay, listen, you're getting older. You have 2 braces on your knees. Let's not give you so much baggage to carry. So they're giving her like little run-ins and shit.
Give it time. I have a feeling she's going to make her way back to that world championship picture. We'll see what happens.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. You could be right, but I'm going to tell you right now. I really do think her long reigns of world champions are way past her. I really do think with both, bro. She's starting to look like Stone Cold with those 2 braces. Like when Steve Austin got those braces, we knew the time was coming up.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. Even with those 2 knee braces, he still had a couple more championship runs and was still giving us the best he got. So,
I would challenge you on that. I think when he got his second knee brace, I don't think he was there for much longer. I really don't.
When he got his second knee brace, I would say probably after he came back from that neck surgery, and they had the whole storyline with him and Rikishi. That was the menace era of Austin. What?
Yeah,
this man was running out.
That was downfall. That was him on the way out. And then right after that, they did him and The Rock, and that's when he retired.
No. Because when he came back, it was him via Rikishi. Then he had the 6-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell. Then him and Rock again for the second time, where he joined up with Mr. McMahon, won the world title. Then he teamed up with Triple H, formed the Power Trip. Then came the Alliance.
The whole Alliance thing. He did the Alliance thing in WCW, I feel like that was slowing him down? Like, because I mean,
I think what really slowed him down was when he walked out. When he walked out and he was
he was
gone for
hurt,
like a
bro.
year plus.
He was
No, he
hurt.
wasn't hurt. He wasn't hurt. He walked out. He literally just packed up his bag and went home. They wanted him to do a job for Lesnar, and it's not that he didn't want to do the job for Lesnar, but he figured that would be a marquee match, and everybody was like, "Nah, just do the job for him." And because there was no story, no nothing, he didn't believe in it, so he walked out. Like I remember, he was gone. He literally walked out. He walked off the show.
It was a Raw,
Didn't
right?
care.
He didn't show up
Yeah.
for Raw.
He showed up for Raw. He just left. He just
but I'm
picked
saying,
up his ball and went home.
I was just saying, but what I mean by he didn't show up, he didn't go on TV that night.
No, he didn't. The last thing they saw of him on TV was him actually walking out the building. And that was a legit walkout. I think a year later they made up for it, but by that time, now his career is finally done because everything caught up with him. He had a match with Eric Bischoff, still kept it going, and I think his final match with The Rock.
Fought Eric Bischoff?
Yeah, when he came back, he fought Eric Bischoff. It was
I
at No Way Out.
remember that match.
It was. I remember because the storyline was Eric Bischoff had to get somebody. He had to actually re-sign Stone Cold, or he was fired.
Are you a second executive consultant?
No, I just remember this. I remember the storyline. I remember the product. It was that was the storyline. Vince was gonna fire Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff said, "I can get Austin." And I remember it was literally the go home show for No Way Out when they had announced it was Austin versus Eric Bischoff. Austin was returning, but Eric Bischoff had to take him on in the match, and Austin ended up beating his ass. I think afterwards there was one final match between him and Rock, one final rivalry. That was his last match. Him and Rock at WrestleMania.
That was WrestleMania 14, wasn't it?
19.
19 was it?
Yeah, 19 was Austin's last match.
Excuse me. 14 was Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, 14 was Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels was 14.
Yeah, 19 was Rock Austin 3. That was a final encounter. And that night, Austin lost and he retired that night. That was his final. That was his.
And then his next match was what? 15 years later with Kevin Owens.
20 years later with Kevin Owens, yeah. Because he still remained as like general manager, like and did TV stuff. But after that, he was just gone. He was done. He was done with it. Like 04 was his like last like consistent appearance. Because his final thing was him special guest refereeing Rock and Goldberg won.
Right.
So but I say that to say Charlotte Flair, like she might still surprise us and give us like a few more good matches because she still wants to at least top or catch up with her dad in world championship runs, and they might let her do it. So you know what, I'm gonna wait and see how that works out. Hopefully it does, and salute to Charlotte Flair. Like I always rag on Charlie Flair, but you know what, at the end of the day, she does what she got to do. So shout out to Charlie Flair, much love. Moving on with the SmackDown review. I believe we had another Danhausen segment where he pulled out a black cat. I don't know if that was supposed to mean something, but apparently that black cat's going to help him win his match against JD McDougalburger. They run away, and no one cares about that. Moving on to the next match afterwards, we had the War Raiders, who I haven't seen in a while. I thought they were fired.
Well, they're over at they're over at
AAA.
Huh?
They're at AAA. They're over at AAA.
Yeah,
they're
the tag team
AAA.
champions over at AAA.
So they take on Fraxium, and what was actually a solid, really cool matchup. I actually enjoyed this matchup. Very solid, very good, consistent action, beginning to end. Final minutes of the bell. Match ended with both War Raiders choke slamming. I believe it was Nathan Frazier, and doing a double pin on him, which looked pretty sus. But we're gonna move on from that. And then we get to your main event.
Always been good, man. Even in NXT, they were a solid tag team.
They were definitely solid. Even on Raw, they were solid. I just think they never had
They weren't War Raiders. What were they?
The Viking Raiders or the Viking Experience.
Raiders. I remember. I don't know if have you ever been to NXT live?
No, I've never been to an NXT live show.
So when they used to come out, I remember when they used to come out when I went, and I kept saying to people they're gonna be somebody, and a lot of people said no, they're not gonna be anybody. But I tell you what, they went at the time. They thought Keith Lee was gonna be on top, and I said, watch, the Viking Raiders are gonna be way past Keith Lee, and nobody listened to me. And it's Keith Lee made was it Raw, and then he wrestled a couple of matches, he got hurt. And then he just announced just recently he's retired.
Now, here's the funny thing. When it comes to the Viking Raiders, the Viking experience, the War Raiders, I got to give a shout out to, I believe it was Ivar, because Eric was hurt. And Ivar was doing solo matches. And he was doing a hell of a job as a solo act. At least trying to keep the War Raiders name relevant. So shout out to Ivar. He was definitely doing his thing for a while. Definitely dead. I think it was just him and no, because Eric was out with injury, and his wife, who played Valhalla, she was pregnant at the time with their first child, expecting their first child. So it was all Ivar doing it by himself. So shout out to Ivar for that one. Moving on to the main event segment, which was
before we
supposed
get to
to
the main event, let's take a commercial break.
Absolutely.
And then when we come back, we'll talk about the main event. This is let's do a clip of one of our shows that happens every week, the Rated R Review Show.
Yeah, we are ready now. What happened to Mandy?
She's pregnant. She's pregnant and married now, and she makes over $3 million. So I think she's doing fine.
What is she doing?
She's
OnlyFans.
Oh, it's her pictures are hot.
There are other options in this world, I guess.
I love.
Of course there are.
Oh, yeah. For women, of course, yeah. For women, yeah.
Oh, what are you saying? We can't have a UPR OnlyFans? Dice? Jin Bean?
A UPR OnlyFans.
I'm not gonna lie. That would be hilarious. I'm gonna tell you why that would be hilarious. Can you picture Mad Dog Kelly posing on the OnlyFans?
Oh my god! Yo.
No.
Yeah, we are ready now.
Well,
Wild.
that was Rated R Review Show from this past Monday every week. It's gonna be
wild.
You know what? I got to tell you, I actually started a petition just this week, and I already got some people to sign it about us starting a fans only page. And I've already got lineups for some photo shoots coming up. So you never know what you're going to see here on UPR. There might be some rated R pictures, if you know what I mean. But that is
my God.
That is the Rated R Review Show every Monday night with Zia Silent and Cactus Katie. You can check them out. Also, on Tuesday nights, it's the Wrestling Doll and Mad Dog Kelly, the news guy, running down what's going on at NXT on Tuesday nights. On Wednesday nights, it is Bobby and the Sheriff holding down. This week, I filled in for the Sheriff, had a little fun over there. This past Thursday, you and Cactus Katie did the prediction shows that we do every other week, or maybe I don't know, every
pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view, you'll always, if there's a pay-per-view coming up, you'll always find predictions. I believe next Thursday is supposed to be an inaugural AEW pay-per-view. So it will be I believe it's Mad Dog and
the Wrestling Doll.
The rest, I believe, the Wrestling Doll, definitely. And then following Thursday is the SummerSlam prediction shows, where the lovely Cactus Katie and myself, the enforcer that make you drink their water, returns once more with the executive consultant to do a prediction show for SummerSlam, which I feel like you need to be a part of that. The nonsense that we be doing.
I will be. I will actually. I want to correct you. I did hear from a certain source that I will be on the SummerSlam prediction show. I did hear that. But listen, let's make sure we talk about other shows too. You can also catch me and our friend here, Gene, every Friday nights for the SmackDown ShowDown. But on Thursdays, we do it every Thursday. But coming up next Thursday, it's our new series that we're doing. on sports basketball movies. And the first one we did, Gene, tell them what we did.
We did the Sixth Man, followed by Space Jam. Some of the greatest basketball films of all time. Well, the Sixth Man is definitely underrated, so definitely catch that review. And definitely Space Jam, legendary Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes. You can't go wrong with that. So always make sure to catch that.
And that's
Also
Thursday,
catch
that's Thirsty Thursdays.
Thirsty Thursdays. That was the name.
But also catch out Federation Thursdays with who is it? The
Tuesdays.
executive consultant and Z, right?
Yep, executive consultant and Z, and keep an eye out for the Grand Slam Poobah. The Superior C and Vic. They also do their shows. Come onto I believe it's Tuesday or Wednesday. On Wednesdays, they also do Unpopular Review Entertainment. They usually review some of the latest shows. I believe they're doing X-Men '97 and Superman. So definitely
you told me to watch that. Is that pretty good?
X-Men '97 is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's funny. Me and the EC went at it the other day because he feels like season 2 is not as good as season 1. I keep saying, yo, just let them cook. Let them cook. Let them cook. Apocalypse is not no bum villain. And he agreed. Apocalypse is no bum. But he feels like what we got last season by episode 4 and what we got this season by episode 4, there's definitely a big shift. But that's a conversation meant for another day. Definitely. Mad Dog. Shout out to my man, Mad Dog. What up, baby? I see you. I see you.
What's going on, baby? Well, I gotta tell you, let them cook. We certainly let them cook for the main event because listen, we waited no time as Cody Rhodes jumped Gunther right off the bat, man.
And followed by Samantha Zayn coming in and CM Hogan jumping in. And you know what we did? We did the one thing that Triple Fraud loves to do. We brawled because that's what we want to do. We want to brawl.
We did brawl a little bit. We got a little bit of the main event, a little bit of Gunther and Cody Rhodes, but we also got CM Punk came down and Sami Zayn came down. Oh no, Samantha Zayn came down. Excuse me, Samantha Zayn.
Yep, Samantha Zayn.
And it just became, this was like a highlight of what's going to happen tomorrow night on main event. They just wanted to give us a little preview, a little stir. They were making a pot of chili, and they just want to stir it in front of us just to see if we can like taste it. Ooh.
And here's the funny part: a lot of people think Goon Jobber and Samantha Zayn are winning. SummerSlam will not be a schmoz fest. No, it's not going to be a schmoz fest for that WWE title. Goon Jobber and Samantha Zayn are losing. It was just one big brawl to end the show. With that being said, my final rating for SmackDown tonight will be a solid 3.5 out of 10. You're lucky you're getting that. I did find some entertainment at some point.
I would give tonight. You said 3 out of 10?
I give him a 3.5 out of 10. There was some entertaining segments.
I would give him a 4.5 out of 10.
Really? Yeah. Now, what swayed to the 4.5?
I would say the reason why is I would, every week when I watch SmackDown, I would feel like it's the same BS, and it usually is. But I'm going to tell you what, the Tiffany Stratton match was very entertaining. I'm kind of excited to see Baron Corbin come back because I think that they're really hoping that this is going to push the ratings with Baron Corbin coming back. And it's the night before Saturday night's main event. So I think with that being, with all those being, I gave it 4.5 because I think everything tonight was on edge because they know tomorrow night I feel like tomorrow night they have to deliver. Like tomorrow night, you know, with if any of the Saturday night's main events counted, tomorrow night has to count the most.
Absolutely. Because that goes poorly. I can only imagine what happens with SummerSlam.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it, bro. The last couple Saturday night's main events haven't been the greatest. Like they're just So
they've been garbage.
So with it being the actually arena that really started everything. I would hope they have some surprises, like you said. I hope Nikki Bella shows up. Like, you have to have something that's going to make this audience pop, because these matches you have on right now, Danhausen and JD McDonough, that's not a hit right there. Bailey and Vicaria, that's not a hit.
That's not. Like, right now, it would take Nikki Bella and maybe a surprise return from Randy Orton to probably pump this crowd up.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, guys, I want to thank you all for joining the SmackDown Showdown with me and Gene. You can always catch us every Friday night right here, right after SmackDown. I would say between 10 and 10:20, we're going to be on there. And you can always check us out every Thursdays as we're going to do entertainment reviews. Thirsty Thursdays continues next week with you like that, huh? You like that?
I don't know why. I just chuckle every time I hear
Cheers.
that.
Cheers to Thirsty Thursdays. Cheers.
Cheers to Thirsty Thursdays. Time to sip the libations, people.
Well, until next week, that's all for me. Is that all for you, Gene? Anything else you want to add
That's all
before we
for
go
me.
on to the hiatus?
No. I'm gonna crawl back into my rock and probably start streaming on Twitch. So, yep.
All right, guys.
And you'll hear me call Triple Fraud on Twitch as well. So
until next
everybody,
week.
Love y'all all. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to always catch VPR, all of entertainment. I'm gonna holler at y'all. One love, baby.